Are we, studios are we, students of Presbyterian Secondary School, on what we must we charge along to happy victory, to victory, our motto is a solid blue of popping us along, illuminate, to be the famous woman, in thy light, we shall see light, illuminate, we can be most women, for Christian train, and show us foundation, to take our places in the future of our country and church. Christian train, and show us foundation, to take our places in the future of our country.
Fundraising dinner and dance and reunion. We're glad you all came, and you know, I'm enjoying the ambience, the excitement, and this is exactly how we planned it. Before I go ahead, I just want all the executives, please make your way to the high table. Prof. Nee Adote, my only cousin, are you here? And Eddie Fico is already here. Okay, so without much ado, I mean, just looking at you guys, I know we're gonna have a lovely day or a lovely night. Yes, this is how we do it. Or daddy, you know, we say in our life, we shall see light. Illuminate all. Vivimos lumen. There's nothing like being a Presec on our daddy. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you all for coming, for making this a great night already. Okay? Brother Eric, your boy, has only shown you the character of an Odadi. If you haven't gotten your book yet, please see Che Amwako and get your copy. He buys a copy for every Odadi, and he's also going to make a big donation. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what we are. This is who we are. Tonight, we're going to have a nice time. I want any lady who is here, who went to Presec 6-4, to stand up. If you're here and you went to Presec 6-4, please stand up. That's right. Please hold your applause. Hold your applause. Very proud. Very proud. If you're here and you went to Abri Girls, please stand up. Abri Girls, yes. Abugis, thank you for your support. If you're here, you're a lady, and you are the wife of a Presec, please stand up. Some I know are wearing 2 hats, 3 hats. Please hold your applause. If you are the wife of a Presec, I don't know why my wife is not standing up. Please stand up. Please keep standing. Keep standing. Those who stood up, the 6th form ladies, please stand up. If you are a lady period, please stand up. If you are a lady, period, please stand up. Ladies and gentlemen, for your support, for all that we put you through, on behalf of every Odadie and every gentleman here, we just want to thank you for your support. It ain't easy, but you make us do this. Ladies and gentlemen, now you can applaud them. A big round of applause for them. A big round of applause for these ladies, these beautiful ladies. Thank you, thank you. And we are honored that you're here with us. Yes, we will continue with our program. We like to refer to ourselves as Christian gentlemen. So how could we start something without doing it the right way? So, and before I do that, we all have a story to tell. We all have a reason why we chose Presec. And if we're going to ask everyone, we might not finish tonight. For me, it was always Presec in the news. Usually, I don't like to say the year I finished because it makes me look too older than I do really look. But to turn on GBC TV and to see Presec choir on there doing something, there was always something about Presec. Ladies and gentlemen, we have one guy here who broke all records. The fastest of them all. Senior Dan Osafo is here. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a round of applause for Jarvis. Please stand. They make you go out and you feel so proud being a Presecan. That's right. Thank you. Bafe, please stand. Shilenoi Bafe, Woye Muko, ni achole Jarvis. Woye Muko, ni achole Jarvis. Woye Muko, ni achole Jarvis. Shilenoi Bafe, Shilenoi Bafe, Shilenoi Bafe. Yes. Thank you for what you did for Presec, single-handedly. Yes, and we will never forget. So, we will continue with our program, and as we go along, there are people that we will acknowledge. So, we'll go ahead. So, like I was saying, Christian gentlemen, as we call ourselves, as we are, we always start with God. And at this time, I was looking for Kofi Pokuba. He's busy out there. So I'm going to call my very good friend. God always works in mysterious ways. And for Presec, we always find a way. Ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome my good friend who has come all the way from Accra. Let me do this right here. We really had to convince him to change his flight so he could be here tonight with us. He's here to receive his PhD degree in Minneapolis, and he's also a man of God. Ladies and gentlemen, why don't we welcome my good friend, my classmate, Dr. Andrew Scobler, to pray, yes, for us. He was the ASB his time. Fine gentleman, can't go wrong.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. You forgot to add one thing. Today's my birthday. So, shall we all bow our heads and say a word of prayer? Well, thank you, our Father in heaven, for bringing us together from all over the place to gather in your presence, to fellowship, to break bread, and to raise funds for our school. We thank you for travel mercies. And we thank you for all the blessings that we've received from you. We ask you for your presence here. Take us through these days, this evening's program. We pray in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, bro. Ladies and gentlemen, another round of applause for him. We can together. That's right. Happy birthday. I would think 2015, this gentleman, no, 2015, I met this gentleman. I know him. I mean, through all that he's been doing, his involvement with Presec, trying to put Presec somewhere. He's an Aquapim just like I am. And this was was in Ohio, where we had gathered for this, our annual Ojura Festival. And we talked, he approached me, he said, look, this is what we want to do. And long story short, that is why we're here tonight. And we had it 2016. Ladies and gentlemen, shall we put our hands together for the president of the Odadia North American Chapter, Inc., my good friend, Senior Sam, as we welcome him to give the remarks and then the introduction of our executives. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for our president, Sam Adel. Thank you. AKA Leon.
All right. Thank you all for coming and welcome to this auspicious event. I'd like to start by introducing my very able executive. We work together as a team, and what we've all accomplished so far is because of the executive, the collective executive that has made all of this happen. As I go through the journey of where we started from and where we are at today, you guys will see the very able accomplishment. First of all, my name is Sam Adel. I live in Atlanta, Georgia. Attended Presec, graduated in 1976, O-levels, and went through to Legon, University of Ghana. I've been in the US for quite a while, getting ready to retire to go back home to Ghana. My vice president is an MC, Senior Alex Daco, a resident of Toronto. He's a great guy. He's my partner. Wind beneath my wings, call him all time. And thank you to his wife Verona for allowing us to make these things happen. Then Senior Eddie Kofi, fellow Agro House partner. We share a lot of ideas together, and Eddie's a wonderful guy, and you can call him anytime, and he's there for us. Senior Niadote should be here, by the way. So come on down. He's our treasurer, Professor Niadote. Is our treasurer, so Professor. And then Kofi Dom. Kofi, can you stand up? Yeah, Kofi Dom is PRO. Kofi, we need you here at the high table as well. And Kofi Opoku is our secretary. I don't see Kofi. Oh, Kofi is right there. Yeah, so these are, please, Kofi Dom, Kofi Opoku, we need you up here. So these are the executive of the Odadia North America chapter, and we are at the helm of making all of this happen. So what I like to say in terms of a little address is this event is to celebrate Presec at 80. There's a lot of things going on back home, a lot of events to celebrate Presec at 80. The school was founded in Odumase, Krobo in 1938, and this is our 80th year of existence. The school relocated to the Legon campus, I think in 1968. So we've been at Legon campus ever since. So the Odadia North America chapter, which we all belong to, was formally birthed in 2016. After several unsuccessful efforts to stand up a Presec Students Association in North America. Under the inspiring leadership of our global president, who could not be here, Reverend Ebenezer Markway, I basically got together this executive that you see here today, a gallant team, to kick off a Presec Student Association in North America. Our mission was both easy and heart. And basically, the mission was easy because Presec had so many Odadias living and thriving in North America. And so the numbers were there. But the mission was hard because North America Odadias have stood on the sidelines year after year as other schools held reunions to celebrate and to assist their alma maters. Odadias did not believe that this latest iteration to form an organization was credible. So that was the hard part. We organized the first ever inaugural dinner dance in 2016, and subsequently we've held a series of regional get-togethers. And we also have a very vibrant WhatsApp group, a WhatsApp platform, and I would like to say that we are now a very cohesive family that are moving on as one unit. And we also are now an established presence on the old student landscape in North America. Our anniversary, thank you. Our anniversary project for which we are all raising money for today is a multi-purpose food court to cater to the day students at Presec and who currently feed benches under trees in an area called Goase. And we want to replace that feeding arrangement with a multi-purpose food court. So that is what we're raising money for today. So we hope you all contribute to this worthy initiative. And as we all get together and we raise funds, I hope we'll all dig deep and make this project happen for the school. Thank you very much and welcome again to this party today. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, you can do better. This is my president, Senior Sam Adam. Thank you. At this time, we have some special guests. This is a part that usually is very difficult for me. I believe we are all special, but there are some that, we've asked to come here for a very important reason and to really dig deep. So usually we want to show them and shower them with all the accolades that they deserve and get them to dig in deeper. So without much ado, we have on the list here Brigadier General Abu. He's the Defense Attaché of the Ghana Embassy and also representing the Excellency, the Ghana Ambassador to the U.S. Ladies and gentlemen, Brigadier General Abu. We also have one of our own really accomplished fellow, Dr. Ashifi Gogo. It's a 99-year group and the founder and CEO of Sproxel. I believe you guys can go down and Google. He's doing lots of stuff. Is he here? Thank you. Thank you. And then also another accomplished Odadia of the 85-year group, Odadia Michael Ofori. He's also here. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for them. You know, one thing about Presec, we always treat our seniors with respect. And Senior Sam doesn't want us to call him senior. I don't want to be called senior. I feel so bad, but this LDS guys always calls us senior. Kofi Poko is laughing. Ladies and gentlemen, we have our brother Chumesi, who is here. He is going to be, is it a CBO for tonight?
He's a school prefect.
He's the school prefect for tonight's occasion. Ladies and gentlemen, Senior Chumesi. We've already introduced Senior Dan Osafo, and they're all special guests here. I will be remiss if I didn't mention this guy's name. He's one of ours and he's doing this pro bono. Our DJ, my own Eggman House fellow, Keith Tago. He's handling the music. He's one of us. He said, look, I'm coming all the way from New York and I'm doing this for you pro bono. So guys, you can do better. A round of applause for him. Yes. Sam, he's our wordsmith. No one writes better than him. Fico, he did a piece on nicknames. You got to read that, man. I look at that and you can go back and relive your days, Presec, man. And what is so good is that, when you talk to these younger ones, the LDS guys, it's the same thing, Nothing really changed. It's just the years, right? It's the same way we lived, it's the same way they're living now. It's lovely, man. Presec is different. And I'm so proud my dad chose that school for me. So, ladies and gentlemen, dinner is being served, as you can see. And we're all going to get up and sing the school's anthem. Are you all ready? Yeah. Senior Adote. Sorry, Prof. Ni Adote. Oh, you know what? This is what is so good about us. I've been corrected. We need to sing, be present at our table. This we do you know when we do that? On Sundays. What gets served on Sundays? Who said to say that? And what you do before you go to dinner? Do you know? No. But what you go to behind Ray's house to get so you can bust it up with the rice and beans? Bamia do. God bless it. So it has always been good. So I guess we'll do that and then we'll do the school anthem. So shall we all stand, be present at our table, and we're gonna ask Prof. Nee to give the tune. Yeah.
Well, I hope you all remember. I hope you all remember the words of the song. Be present at our table, Lord. Right? All right. Get your spoons and your forks ready. You know what to do at the end, right? Yeah. Okay. We all ready? Okay. Be present at our table, Lord. Be here and everywhere, Lord. This message bless and grant that we may face in paradise with
Oh my goodness. Please, you may have your seats. I guess we're going to get up again, but come on. There isn't any other Presec. So, are these guys bringing the food? You can keep bringing the food, but we're going to do the school anthem. And happy are we, studious are we, to take our places in the future of our country and church. And each time you go to Ghana Way, a Presec, and Odadia is doing something. I think Senior Sam, you posted something today. So we feel proud that we've taken the places in the future of our country and church. The future of our universe. Because we are here in the US, we are doing things. Ashifu Gogo is here, Michael Ofori is here, and all of y'all. So, Senior, I'm going to have you do that again. He's a pastor, by the way. Great guy. My only cousin.
my only cousin. That's right.
So the school anthem.
Well, before we do the school anthem, I just want to recognize one person. My classmate from sixth form, Beckett Answer. Beckett, there you go. Thank you. He's a special guest, and I just wanted to recognize him. Guys, we're going to do the school anthem. Look, every time I do this song, I get goosebumps, okay? So we are going to do this, and we are going to do it well. LDS, do not ruin the song. Okay? We have seniors from Odumasi here who know how to do the song properly. Okay? So don't ruin the song. LDS. By the way, LDS stands for Latter-day Saints. Yeah, those from, was it 99 and after?
No, 2000.
2000 and after. Yeah, they are the LDS. They ruin the school song. So we'll do this properly. Shall we stand and do the school anthem? Happy are we? Here we go. 1, 2. Happy are we, studious are we, studious students of Presbyterian Secondary School, upward we march, we trudge along to happy victory. To victory, to victory. Our motto is a solid ball with bubbliness along. Illuminate to make the people slumber. In our lives, the light, we shall see light. Illuminate to the devil must lumen. For Christian training we get a sure solid foundation to take our places in the future of our country and church. For Christian training we get a sure solid foundation to take our places in the future of our country. Oh, come along and join us. Oh, come along and join us. Happy studios away. For Christian training we get a sure solid foundation to take our places in the future of our country and church. For Christian training we get a sure solid foundation to take our places in the future of our country. Oh, come along and join us. Oh, come along and join us. Happy studios away.
Thank you, Prof. Nee. No one could have done it better. Bele Eshe. The time has arrived. It's time. We're ready to receive dinner, and I believe we're having salad now. The next course will come. But Bele Eshe, I don't know about the LDS, but our time, when that song came on, Bele Eshe, at the Cross Sports Stadium. Look, let me tell you something. Presec, it got to a point, it was our equipment that were used at the Cross Sports Stadium during the interval. Could you believe that? And Presec boys would be wearing spikes and everything, and the other guys would put it on something else. But Bele Eshe was the 100x4. Oh my goodness. And even the other schools applauded for Presec. We had Monster, we had Odami, we had Bearcoon, and Senior, you could help me out. Colon Color and all. The way we changed the batons alone was a beauty. We had it all. We had it all. So, ladies and gentlemen, enjoy your dinner. I believe this is the first call. Something else is going to be coming, right? Okay, and because we're trying to multitask and get some of these things out of the way, I'm going to call one of our own. He's already introduced himself, Mr. Che Amwako, to give us a bit of a talk on his book, Life in Progress, Winning Where It Matters. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for a fine gentleman who's doing great stuff. Thank you. Thank you.
My pleasure. I think by now you've figured out that I'm not the MC nor the DJ. I'm here for a different purpose. But thank you, Senior Darko, for a good job. And thank you all for being here. I applaud the leaders for putting this together. You can go ahead and keep eating, and I will keep talking. But for those of you who've been here for a little while, you heard me speak, and I've talked to you about what I'm doing here. To my left, which is to your right, I have some art I created to reflect the different pages, different chapters of a book that I released in May. And the books are here and they're available, and by courtesy, the kind courtesy of our senior and our friend Eric Yaboy, everybody is leaving with a copy. So make sure you come by, check out the book. Now, the fact that Senior Yaboy is buying one for you should not stop you from buying an extra copy to give to somebody.
That's right.
Are you with me? Yeah. All right, all right. So I definitely want to encourage you when you get up and start dancing, walk around, and enjoy some art if you've not already. And I went to Presec. I was in Presec for 2 years, but I lived in Presec for an extra year. And I talk about my life in Presec, and I talk about a lot of things. The reason I wrote this book, somebody asked me, why did you write this book? And I say, we all have stories that we don't pay enough attention to. And if we did pay enough attention to, we'll realize how monumental our stories are. And if we take the trouble to document them, they will serve the generations that we are part of, and they will serve generations beyond us. A lot of us are in this room because we are somehow connected to Presec. And that connection, we would all say, that has made our lives better. So that's the foundation for me. And over the years, I've made decisions, I've made mistakes, I've learned lessons, and I've come to learn certain things in life. And so I thought these are things that are worth passing on. The book's title is Life in Progress because it is a work in progress. We're never done. We're never done learning. We're never done figuring it all out. But as we're doing all of this, we realize that years ago when we sang these songs, we didn't really realize what we were saying. But we're getting ready for today, and today is here. So this is my part in connecting the past to the future and rocking us into the future as far as I can think of. So this book, for some of you, will help you relive some of the experiences. I met Doreen, we were in school at the same time, and I'm telling her that as she reads it, some of these things will come alive for her. For some of you who are not at Presec, it will still do that for you because I talk about growing up in a small town in Accra called Alajo. And I talk about some of the things that I go through to set it up. Because for some of our children here in America, they have no idea what it is like growing up in Ghana. Because my brother's 10-year-old saw a picture in the book and asked my brother, did you guys have a TV growing up? And my brother smiled, right? Now, that is something he didn't think his son didn't know. But then somehow, there are stories that we grew up with that our children might never know if we don't tell them. So I do some of that in telling some of these stories. So it is my story, but it is everyone's story here. That is just a third of the book. But the rest of the book, I'm trying to prompt us to think about our thinking. I'm trying to prompt us to think about the things that matter in life. And so hopefully, going through this journey, you would have questions. You wouldn't agree with everything that I say in the book. I think so. But at least you understand the thinking behind it. And it might spark a series of questions in your head that in a year, when we meet again and we talk, we might have some other ideas to share. And that might even propel you to go out there, have a conversation with somebody else, and maybe that will be an opportunity for you to change your lives. Thank you very much. I'm going to be here. I'll sign your book. I'm happy to have conversations with you. But in case you leave without a book and you want to connect with me, my name is Che Amwako. I'm on LinkedIn. You can find me on, you just Google me. Just type Che Amwako in on Google and you'll find me. And you can also find a copy of the book at lifeinprogressbook.com. It's also on Amazon, but I'll rather you buy it from my website because Amazon takes a big piece of my check, and I don't like that. But thank you very much for your audience. Thanks for being here. Thanks for supporting Presec, and thanks for supporting my work.
Ladies and gentlemen, another round of applause for my good friend I just met, Che Amwako. And again, thank you, Mr. Yaboy, for that show of generosity. And we're going to make sure we read all those books. Again, like you said, because you got in a book doesn't mean you can buy one. You have a son or a friend somewhere, please. He's supporting the cause, so let's support him. A brother and a daddy. So, I guess you're enjoying your salad by way of applause. Let me see if you guys are enjoying the salad. If it's good, excellent, excellent. And I'm told pretty soon they're going to line up the tables here. It's going to be buffet style. So we're going to have a good time tonight. We know the music we're getting is from one of our own, and Odadi DJ. So, and earned his GCE, ordinary and advanced level certificates in 1985 and 1987 respectively. He was one of the few students not only in Ghana, but West Africa, who obtained 4 A's. Oh my goodness. At the A level examinations in physics, chemistry, math, and general paper. Boy, that guy makes some of us look really bad because I did the same subjects. And one of my grades is probably more than all his 4, you know? Still on a daddy. Yeah. He then went on to graduate from the University of Cambridge with a Bachelor of Arts degree in mathematics and computer science. He then spent 4 years with PricewaterhouseCoopers in the City of London, where he became an England and Wales chartered accountant and was recruited by J.P. Morgan. He has since been in the product space of the investment banking industry and has worked at SAC Capital, Barclays Capital Credit Suisse, and the Royal Bank of Canada. Oh, he's been to Canada, but how come I don't know him? Fulfilling roles in London, New York, Toronto, Tokyo, and Hong Kong. He's currently a business analyst at TD. TD is Toronto Dominion. I'm going to be looking for him. TD Securities. He has been married for 20 years to an old girl of a breed girls. This guy's a true or daddy. Oh my goodness. He never went wayward, eh? And they have 2 teenage sons. Ladies and gentlemen, Odadias are taking over. You know? And anywhere you pass, Odadia is there. Odadias are taking over. Why don't we all put our hands together and receive this fine gentleman, Mr. Michael Ofori, our keynote speaker for tonight.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. It's quite an act of honor. See, the thing about Presec is that no matter how good you are, there is someone who will make you strive to even get better because he's better than you. For me, one such person is in this room. Eric, you are going right over there. He was introduced to you as the senior prefect of the 86-87 academic year. What he didn't tell you was who he beat out to win that position. Way back then, Eric employed tactics that many political strategists today are very proud to achieve that victory. So, Eric, 32 years after 1986, accept my concession. So, General Abu, ladies and gentlemen, my fellow Presecans, words cannot adequately express how delighted I am with this opportunity to address you on this occasion. Nobody gets to choose Presec. You answer a call, and if you are fortunate, Presec chooses you.
Yeah. Right.
To be chosen for this tonight makes me feel twice blessed by Presec. You are to me the personification of Presec, and so I accept my heartfelt thanks for this honor. I am the son of lifelong servants of the Presbyterian Church. My mother is at present the clerk of session at one of the congregations in Kufudia. Both of my brothers, Frederick and Francis, followed me through Presec. Now, this would make me very proud ordinarily, but like I said, your boy is always better than me. 3 of his brothers went to Presec in addition to him. But then again, if I go out into my extended family, I started counting members of my extended family who've been in Presec, and I stopped counting at 50. I'm happy to tell you that one of them sits right over there, Doreen Nesta. You see, so I Presecans have an infatuation with girls of every girls. So I never overcame the Presecan infatuation with the beauty, grace, and voice of the students of Ebri, and so I married one of them. In addition to that, I am one of the few lucky Presecans who get to marry daughters of other Presecans. My wife is the daughter of Bayema Busia Dinanchi IV, the late Omahini of Dropo, himself a Presecan from the class of 1961. It is to his memory that I dedicate this honor. So, if you would like to indulge me, we are celebrating 80 years of Presec today, and in that time, some have transitioned to eternity. So, acknowledging Ezekiel Yamboy, elder brother of Eric, who's no longer with us, from the class of 1984. No, that's 82, I beg your pardon. 84 in the 6th form, yes. Yes. My own father-in-law, Anabusia Dinanchi IV, and our dear departed headmaster, Mr. E.A. Appiah. I would like, and every other Presecan who has departed in the 80 years since the foundation of the school, I would like you all to be upstanding for 1 minute to acknowledge them. May they all rest in peace. I stated earlier that the attraction of Presec is a call. In that call are the academic performances of her students and the exemplary lives they go on to live afterwards. From the pioneers onwards, every succeeding class has enhanced the clarity, strength, and reach of that call, and it rings on dims to the present day. Presec, at the fundament, is a school, and so any means that facilitates learning is good for her. One such advantage that Presec has is the Science College. The majority of Presecans from shortly before my time and since have benefited from it. With it, we firmly established Presec as the leading center for the study of science at school level in West Africa. Let us remember as we glory in this accolade that it was enabled by the executive action of an old Presecan. Without his intervention, it would have gone to a certain other school southwest of Presec on the other side of Legon, which likes to masquerade as a college. I won't mention the name. So it can be argued with good reason that the Science College at Presec is the best value for money investment ever made by the Ministry of Education. Presec produces more medical officers, pharmacists, engineers, and technologists than any other school in Ghana. This single act by Kevin Onyante epitomizes our powerful past. It continues to serve the school, the country, and the world. One second, everybody. I am just about getting to the paper. Bear with me, please. I'm good now. So, some 30 to 40 years ago, when I was a student at Presec, we never saw any organized old students' activities except on speech and prize giving days. A lot has happened in 30 years, and today there's an alumni center on campus and a plethora of alumni projects on site and off. Some in blueprint, some under construction, and some completed. None of this happened in a vacuum. And so we have to be thankful for the organizational skills and efforts of the alumni leaders around the world who have volunteered their time and treasure to corral the rest of us in the course of the school. Here in North America, Sam Ado and his executives deserve praise for everything they have achieved in spearheading the 80th anniversary celebration, of which this gala is a culmination. Superficially, the stand in the posture of old Presecans appears remarkable, but that is really not the case. Life as a student at Presec is Spartan. Boys therefore learn to accumulate and husband resources and to expect no less than fair value for every quarter they give. Now that the government and the church have allowed old Presecans more latitude in the strategy and decision making behind the application of alumni funds, the value of their contributions looms large in their view, and the results are evident in the accelerated infrastructure development at the school. The call of Presec has never been louder or clearer. There has been no better time than now to give materially to the school. Presecans, just as exacting as you, are directing the funds. I would encourage every alumnus or anyone who sympathizes with the fortunes of Presec to undertake a pilgrimage to the school to witness for himself or herself the works that are being funded by the alumni and to be inspired to support Presec. Those who cannot do it physically can use the agency of their family or friends and the electronic medium of their choice. There is no viable excuse any longer for those who claim to love Presec to be unaware of the progress of the school. However laudable the government's new policy of access to secondary education may be, it will stretch and sustain existing infrastructure. There will be a need for more laboratories and equipment, more playing fields, more classrooms, and yes, more high-quality teachers. We have come a long way over the past 80 years from using microscopes discarded by other schools to the pinnacle of the results tables in public examinations. It cannot be overemphasized that alumni funds are critical to the continued existence of Presec as a force in secondary education. We are at an exciting time in our history. There is no doubt that Presecans are outstanding individuals capable of any undertaking. But now we are beginning to collaborate to shape the next 80 years. What we are doing will determine the kind of Presecan who will stand where we are at the centennial in 20 years, or the one who will come 60 years after that when the school is twice as old as it is now. I am not a prophet, but let me hazard a guess about the Presecans of the future. Like all Presecans of all time, he will be raised for a place in directing the affairs of the country. His eyes will be set beyond his own individual abilities, and he will find common cause with his fellow Presecans and act in concert with them to advance that cause. He will not be sold on the lie that some president, finance minister, or central bank governor can control currency exchange rates. He will attain and guard the levers of power jealously. He will be the best manager of national resources we yet have seen, and he will restore the balance of trade to parity. That Presecan of the future is Ghana's best hope. He represents the best value for your North American dollars. He represents the best value for your North American dollars today, and will only emerge from circumstances compelled by alumni funds. I encourage you to give generously. Thank you very much.
Guys, a better round of applause for Michael Ofori. I'll be looking for you at TD Securities. When you come to Toronto, please, once every month, look out for me. If you don't know, I also cook good. Just in case. Look, he made mention of something that I think needs reiterating. I mean, now when you go to campus, there's a lot of projects going on, springing up here and there. And we'll be remiss if we didn't mention the good leadership of our global president. He was supposed to have been here with us, but I know he's probably looking. Are we streaming this live? Probably. He's kicking himself in East Lagos somewhere, and I just want us, although he's not here, to applaud the leadership of Reverend Dr. Magwe and his executives, the global executives. Let's applaud them. They'll see it on the video with all the good work they're doing, at least gathering all these help and enthusiasm and all this spirit of giving, it's worth what do you call it? Praising. So, as you can see, the dinner has been served, and I guess we're just going to go from table to table and help ourselves to dinner. But as you do, we also want to call on the Brigadier General Abu, the Defense Attaché, to come and give us greetings from the Ghana Embassy and then the Ghana Ambassador. Let us welcome him with a round of applause. Brigadier General Abu.
The President, Vice President, Executives of Odadia, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, I bring you warm greetings from His Excellency Dr. Bafo Adebewia, Ghana's Ambassador to the United States. You would have loved to be here to celebrate this August occasion with you. Unfortunately, he's engaged in another equally important assignment somewhere. That's why he's not here. He's asked me to inform you that when he arrived here last year, he went on a listening tour to various Ghanaian communities, multiple social events and churches, and there was grave concerns and outright frustration on the work of the embassy. And these concerns were generally centered around poor customer service, lack of visibility and accessibility, and poor or inefficient visa and passport service. He's taking note of these concerns and he's doing his best to turn things around. He's even consulted some professionals who are assisting to transform the embassy so that it will perform and perform better. However, that will require a lot of hard work, not only on the part of the embassy staff, but also the support and cooperation of all of us in the U.S. I mean, all Ghanaians in the U.S. Some of the steps he's taking include a revamp of the website of the embassy, an efficient and well-integrated communication system, a meet-the-press series, town halls, as well as registration of Ghanaians in the U.S. so that if there's any emergency, we know where to contact who and offer the necessary assistance. That will also assist him to map out various areas where Ghanaians are so that they can be registered to exercise their franchise in future. So he is therefore calling on the support of each and every one of us. He is also requested that I should inform you that Ghana is for Ghanaians, and it's only we Ghanaians who can transform Ghana for the better, and therefore we should do our best in various ways, either individuals or as groups, to assist wherever we can to transform Ghana. The government cannot do it all alone. So we've all had various experiences, and we've acquired various resources, if I may put it that way. So let's try and then assist to see a better Ghana for ourselves and for the future. On this note, I wish you a very successful celebration and may long live or die dear. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Brigadier General Abu, for your kind words. At this time, DJ is just going to give us some cool music whilst we enjoy dinner. And I couldn't be more impressed. I mean, like, wow, these guys really cater to our, what we like, you know, the Ghanaian meals. They have plantain. I don't know if anyone told them about mamiado, but the food looks good and I can't wait to go get myself something to eat. So, ladies and gentlemen, enjoy whilst DJ Keith gives us some music. And if you don't have a book, please get a book. And I also want to remind you all about the raffle. You could go out here with a 55-inch TV, but you got to buy a ticket. It's $10 for a ticket, $20 for 3 tickets. We're here to raise funds, and we're pleading with you and asking you to help us. So please. You know? Do you remember back in the days when we had nothing? And look at us now. Thank you, Keith. You're doing such a great job. One right after the other. Ladies and gentlemen, our guest has to leave, Brigadier General Abu. He has to attend to another function, so he has to leave us. But I just want to remind you again, if you haven't gotten the book, if you came here and you haven't gotten the book, please get one. If you got one through Senior Your Boy, you can still get another one for a brother, a son, a daughter. So please see the gentleman, Che Amwako, and get your copy. I also want to remind you we still have lots of food. So if you want to go for seconds, please do. Please do. And we want to get this out of the way so we can do some dancing. And then we also have desserts to my left. So please help yourselves. We have the desserts. So please help. Any other here who was ASP, SP to stand up? And then any other idea? Look, let me tell you a story. Let me tell you a story. At least my time, you never saw the teachers. We call them the masters. It was the school prefects who controlled and made sure there was order. So if Kojo Mate came or Mr. Clyde came, then it was something really, really serious. So for those of you who were able to not only go through Presec, but to get to that enviable position of an SP, not only being an SP, but also be able to do your academic work and excel. Ladies and gentlemen, why don't we applaud these gentlemen? Excellent. And if you were a prefect, period, any prefect, please stand. If you were a prefect, SPs, all stand up. Yeah. And that's why some of us who didn't make it to Presec 6 form, we always, feel so bad. Ladies and gentlemen, let's applaud them for the awesome job y'all did. We got it to the point where I'm going to give the mic to this fine gentleman who make, doing anything for Presec such an honorable thing. My good friend, my cousin, Brother Nee Adokay, and another good friend, Edward Kofi. This is what, and the reason why we're here, to raise funds. And before I do that, I want to name a couple of people. The two of them that I know here, that, to give anything to present, it's good enough. But to go over and above and give so much, I don't think it's worth mentioning the amount. But I want Senior Bekanasa, please stand. He's a doctor. My good friend, Honorable Daniel Osei, please stand. Ambassador. He flew that year all the way. He came and he just did what he had to do. And he told me tonight he's going to even top that. Dr. Dramina couldn't be with us. He was the keynote speaker 2016. He's actually celebrating his 25th wedding anniversary, marriage anniversary, and we wish him all the best. Horace Kujo, mine, he gave and he got his company to also give. I mean, you couldn't beat that. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give them a round of applause. At this time, I'll bring on Professor Nee and Eddie Fico.
You didn't talk too much. You didn't talk too much. Small watching chop way the company. Joe boy! This is the time. You better do it then. If I'm a pastor, I will say that you are doing fundraising. But you know what? We love our school because it is a great school. You know, we love our school. That is why we give to our school. And when we give to our school, we get self-fulfillment. He was giving the example of Dr. Ansan, who is my punta, because Doctor is married to my own sister, Rachel. Last 2 years, when Doctor came to the fundraising reunion, all the patients he was getting were coming with, Doctor, my mouth is this, my stomach, some ailments, some 2x4 ailments. But when he came to Presec 2 years ago, after that, the cases that were coming to his clinic, complication of the paralysis of the something. That is why he's here again, to give more. Because Presec is a good ground to sow. You know, otherwise people will say, oh, doctor, I can't swallow. You can't swallow, so what? Oh yeah then. Those cases don't bring money in America. But when he came to the fundraising 2 years ago and donated, after that, people were coming, doctor, we want a surgery of the neck and this, the thoracic, something. And that is why he's here. If you are here tonight, it's not about you, it's not about some other, it is about your school. The school, no school has produced more doctors, engineers, biochemists than Presec. Give me a hand for that. No school and accountant in the field of finance. The whole West Africa, the only science college, great school that has produced great husbands. Our wives can testify. Yeah, and if you are here today, Professor, my co-fundraiser, Professor Niado takes here. He came to Presec at the age of 10 years. When we saw him in 1976, we thought he was seeing his brother off. So we went for dinner and we saw that small boy were mingling around us. But through Presec, yes, he came to Presec at the age of 10 years. 10 years. We were calling him Aquarangami. But Presec modeled him. He's now a professor of economics, a tenured professor. He can retire right now. Today he can retire right now and last all the way to the bank. It's about Presec. I see Sinakolache. He was supposed to be in California today. Sinakolache was supposed to be in California today, but he's here because of Presec. And there are so many people like that. We love our school. So I am not going to talk much. We need $75,000. $75,000. And Professor, why do we need that money? Why do we need that money? Why do we need $75,000?
Okay, so here's the story. Here's the story, folks. You see, there was a certain woman at a place called Mangwasi. When we were in 6th form, Fico borrowed my soap to go and buy fried yam from this woman. So up to today, Fico hasn't paid the woman. So Fico needs money for us to be able to pay this woman and to rebuild Bangwasi. All jokes aside, look, if you go to Presec right now, the place that our students in our business is deplorable. What we want to do is we want to put up a structure, okay, where we can have some sanitary conditions. We can pave it, we can put some seats there so that our students can live in a nice and safe and hygienic environment. That is what we are aiming for. This is going to be our legacy. This is what we want to leave on our campus for all our students to be able to enjoy.
So that when you are passing through the school, you can say that I was here son. That one is King James English. I was here son. I was here son. You know, and I see Mrs. Tego. Mrs. Tego is also here to support us. She's coming from Holy Child. They had their fundraising 2 weeks ago. Mrs. Tego is here with a checkbook. The husband of our DJ, the wife of our DJ. Senior Claire is also here. Senior Andrew Squabler is also here. We love our school. Senior Yabo is here. And a great speech by Great speech by Senior Michael Ofori. So I'm not talking much. I had to be here. The Bible says he must go through Samaria. And that is why I came here. I must be in Samaria to meet you today. So I don't want to talk much. Because they say I'm a talkative. So I'm not talking much. We just want to raise, can you lock the door? Some Presecans will do submarine. Lock the door. Lock the door. I know my people. Some will do submarine. Just lock the door for me. Okay, we need 75,000. We just have 30 minutes for this. I just want those who can give us $10,000 to just get up and we acknowledge you. You are giving to your school. You are giving. If you go to university at Buffalo, an Indian alumnus, he built a whole pharmacy faculty for the school. You are giving Presec only $10,000. Yes, $10,000. Yes, $10,000 to Presec. A one-time sacrifice. One-time sacrifice. Who is getting up? $10,000. I know the ground is hard. Come. The ground is hard. Can you irrigate the ground small? Can you irrigate the ground?
Folks, look, this is not, we don't want to beg, okay? But we will, okay? We will.
$10,000.
Who is willing to give us
$10,000? You are giving to your school. You are giving to your school. It's a one-time thing. We will remember you. Your name will be on the pavement. We will put your name on the pavement for posterity to see. It's a one-time. See, it is about sacrificial giving. But tonight you sleep well because it's for a good cause. $10,000. You are giving your school. You have never given Presec anything before. But today Presec is calling you. $10,000. The ground is still hard, eh? Look, don't disgrace me, please. Who is coming? $10,000. Dabo, are you coming? 10,000. One-time donation for Presec. Ambassador. His Excellency.
So you see, you don't have to give this money all today. You can spread it over 4 months. You know, so it's not like I'm giving you $10,000 right now. But I can spread over 6 months. Unless you want me to tell you that God is going to bless you, I'm not going to say that.
If your wife will give problems, we can talk to her by the side. If your wife will give problems, we can talk to her by the side. She must accommodate Presec in the budget. It's very, very important. 10,000. Nobody coming for 10,000. Okay, 75. Time is fast spent. 75. This is a Bushia matter. 75. Who is coming for 75? 7,500 for your school. I'm a swapper, Kokoti. Hey, Kokoti. They go vacation for Cancun, Mexico. Vacation for Paris. 7,500 cry a problem. Please, 7,000, forget somebody. 7,500 for Presec. We need 75,000 today. 7,000. And then you better.
Okay, we're going to 5.
Okay, 5,000.
Now we're begging.
5,000. You are giving your school $5,000. Yeah, boy, if you want to get up, yeah, boy. Let's give him a hand. Yeah, boy, come in the middle.
So as we do this, you write your name down, you put down the amount, your email address. By the way, what we forgot to tell you is this. Every donation that you give to this association is tax deductible.
tax deductible.
So at the end of the year, you're going to get a letter from me that says that this is how much you receive and you can deduct it from your taxes.
And make sure you write your name as we know it. Don't do me a Boachi Ansa. Don't do me Boachi Ansa and write a check Boachi Ansa Theophilus Joshua. And that check will not clear, please. I don't want that. Boachi Ansa Theophilus Joshua. All right, knowing very well that name does get it.
Here we go. To break the monotony there. What was your favorite hymn in Presec? Your favorite hymn? What was your favorite hymn on Sunday night or at morning devotion? Favorite hymn out of the Presbyterian hymn book? Somebody tell me. The church is one foundation, is Jesus Christ the Lord. He is his new creation by water and the word. With his own blood he bought her to be his holy bride. With his own blood he sought her. Senior, for that, how much?
Please, let this be serious. I need 75,000. I've got only 5,000. My eye red. Mumbedi Mika, and red. Mumbedi Mika. Where's everybody's song? Mumbedi Mika and red. Oh, only your boy. Where is our guest speaker? Where is Dr. Gogo? Dr. Shifi Gogo, where is he? Where is Gogo? Be balanced. CEO. This submarine tactic. Okay, Dr. Niyama, wave at me. Wave at me, Dr. Niyama, wave at me.
I didn't fear, boss.
I said, wave at me now. Doctor, wave me. Okay. To avoid the name of the school is at stake tonight. It's a brand. We don't want to devalue the brand. Please. Okay. $3,000. $3,000. Please don't disgrace me. $3,000 for your school. Ambassador. His Excellency. 3. What's that? Come. You come. God will help you. What's that? Come. I've known you for applause. Come. What's that? Come. 3,000. And so you here. Sheila Noe. Babe. Sheila Noe. Babe. 3,000. 3,000. Nana, your name is Daniel. Go right into your class.
You want us to dance first?
Okay, 3,000.
Figo. The word on the floor is that they want to dance first before their pockets will lose.
No, I know my people.
So you know what?
I know my people. That is why I say look at the door. I know the people of Maryland and the this area. I know them.
Nana.
No. Our guest speaker is here. Guest speaker. We started from 10, 7, 5, and we got 5. So tell us something. 5. Oh, come. Let's give a hand. Come forward. Michael Ofori, 5,000. Let's give him a hand. He gave a good speech. I need your speech. 5,000. God bless you so much. You are giving it to your school. Yes, we need a copy of your speech. I'll take access for the website. Okay, 3,000. Okay, don't go with 2,500. 2,500. Listen. 2,500. Sinakola, please come. Sinakola. Let's give him a hand. Let's give Sinakola a hand. Oh, Dr. Ansa is here again to help us. Dr. Ansa again. Yes, I want more. I'm also joining them. I'm also joining them. I'm also joining them as what? 2-5. Hey, Nico. Oh, this is what I saw. The just shall walk by faith. See, look. The just shall walk by faith. I want my life boy so back. The just shall live by faith. Need come and join us. Senior Professor Adote, Senior Kolache, myself, and Senior Sulele. 2005. Senior Sulele. 2005. CK. You were a school athlete, CK, time to pay for the that you drank. CK, you were running for the school. Okay. $1,000. Let's all get that $1,000. Oh, Doreen, let's get that $1,000. Here we go, CK. Get them up. Please get them up. $1,000. Get them up. Please, $1,000. Let's get up. Everybody, get up. Come forward. Come forward. Senior Silele, come. $1,000. We want to dance. Please. Boss. No more to come. This week you're gonna get some breakthroughs. Come. Breakthroughs. No more. I was thinking he's a good guy. I was bathing with his soap. And I didn't have soap. He had Monster Bone soap. I was bathing with the soap. No more. Write your name. $1,000. Mrs. Abrams, you have a checkbook. You left it in the car. You left it in Accra. We can go for it. It reminds me of a guy, he pledged at his church. And the first week after the fundraising, when he got to church, the pastor asked him that, where is the pledge? He said, I just left the church at home. The second week, he said, Pastor, I just left the church at home. So the third week, he didn't know that his pastor was a Jamestown guy. So when the pastor was waiting at the car park, when he got there and the pastor said, he said, then the pastor said, don't worry, associate pastor, that is why you are associate. You can preach today. I'm going with him to his house. So that day, after the cry, they want to pure associate pastor and preach here. And they went home and they had to sign the check. So 1,000. So God bless you. Give me a hand. I know you from Ayalolo. Those days. This is the mayor of Ayalolo. 1979. I'll show you here. $1,000. Okay, no. Our big man himself, $1,000. One more song for our big man. You see, this senior, we like him so much because in 1973, when Accra Academy was controlling all the athletics in the whole Ghana, Senior Daniel Osafo, he stamped the whole Accra, graphic front page, and Accra boys could not believe it. He won the 100 meters, and Accra boys, they got confused when they were going back to school. their cholole broke down at the mortuary road. Right in front of the mortuary, the car broke down. Double agony. They couldn't believe it. Senior Sapo, his name is written. He loves Presec. God bless you, Senior. Okay. Oh, Doc, Miyama. Waba. Okay, I said only the village to phone again tomorrow. Okay. Last one, 500. I'm sorry, bro, 500. Doc, bro, 500.
Everybody,
500. Oh, senior Pia, SP
for the occasion.
500. Who are those coming? 500. Master who does it? Bra. Now, baby, wow. And so now here. And so here. Oh, Bibi Ara, to me. And so here. And now, baby, come away. 500. Stand away to an only man.
Oh, Presec.
There you go.
And then me now, only man. 500. Florida. Masa, me don't know Casao. Who don't give me Florida. Florida. Florida man, Teshi. Make you just some can Florida man 500. Oh, so Master, you write 2018 27 where 500 to you the dodge me there. Anyway, 500. Anyone left? There go 500. Okay. What we will pay? Who else? 500. Get on. He said, look, I do what? Get on. Your sister is here. Don't disgrace the school. Wesley girls, we know them. They are high level, so do something. Okay. We'll take a dance and then we'll say, give us that money. I want to be your wife.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, are you all ready to dance? We're going to continue with the fundraising after this. Be ready for inter-house fundraising. We'll see which crowd is going to come us up. Ladies and gentlemen, that's how we do it. The floor is open. Mr. Ashley, I think you're going to lead the floor. Yes, let's see your gentlemen. All right. All right.
I'm In this class on Tuesday, best so if you make on please play the fans. To me, Africa said she be the best. To me today, we are seeing she be the best. This is a people who work as a woman to be able to pay time. Bukan fana, bukan apa, macam mana kita suka kita sahaja. Apa jari, semua jari, kita ni bukan yang mesti ramai sahaja. Ni apa? Oh ya, bukan kalau tu, apa boleh masih kau? Apa sih pakai aku? Apa nak boleh makan aku? Apa ini belum? Oh, kita cuma nak buat. Kita ni bara. Apa anda? Oh, kau cakap apa? Apa yang kita buat? Kami buat apa? You running away, running away, running away.
It's another OPK classic.